I'm gonna upload the guy who revealed how he died. But you are fine with me. We are fine, don't worry. I mean, it's just kind of funny what happened. All the thing was. How to use curved sword. Okay, listen, bro. If I'm not the best curved sword user, I'm average. There is a lot of people who's better than me, like Kaim and some other people. But I'm gonna tell you basics, okay? When you use a curved sword... Wait a second. Let me just get this guy out on my way. It's those people are... you are out of... No. Sorry. I'm gonna talk about curved sword, okay? So first thing you need to know is the range. You need to adapt to curved sword range. You need to know what the range of the curved sword you're using. Like me myself, I love to main scimitar more or rotten. Like it depends on the build. Rotten I main it when I play with heavy weapons or with strength build. The range with Rotten is pretty dumb. Like it's so tiny range. You cannot notice if you use a scimitar or if you use the pontiff curved sword. But I'm gonna give you the specific tips. So let's say I'm maining a curved sword. When I see someone, there is some movement you need to do and combine things. Like if I see this guy, I run one all... Wait. Is that an example to say? Wait a second. It's better to be in my word and just say... Oh god, come on, man. What is this? What are you doing? Ah, I see what you're doing. Is there? Yeah, this guy is a runner. Man. The rotten range sucks ass. So it's gonna be annoying. Gonna be right here. Okay, guys, this guy is a runner. I'm gonna just talk about the basics thing about Rotten or whatever curved sword. So let me tell you something. If I'm using the curved sword, what the movement is the best or how to play with that? You'll not go like this. Only in some specific fights or moments you're gonna use like this. What you're gonna do, you're gonna outspace your opponent, okay? If they're gonna just R1 spam, let's say your opponent just gonna do this, or using great sword or R1, you're gonna hit between the attacks of your opponent. Let's say they're gonna double R1 with something. You're gonna hit once, okay? As soon as you hit, you're gonna do something is called a stagger R1, curved sword R1 stagger, which means you're gonna R1, press R1. Immediately, you're gonna follow it with pressing L1 into R1 again. What that means? That means, look at this movement. I'm just pressing R1 without pressing the L1, which means stagger. Do you see how fast it is? When I do this, when I do it only R1, you can see the movement, how slowly it come. And you're gonna go step forward, and you're gonna see it. Like, if I do it like this, you see how it follow? How fast it is? So basically, if you're fighting, you outspace someone. So you do the R1 stagger, then follow it with this, which it's gonna be like R1 stagger, and follow it with full R1. If you're gonna just face someone parry spammer, you're gonna know that the parry spam, you're gonna hit from the right to the left. From the right to the left. Why? Because this is it's called in the game dead angle, which you will not be parried if you do that. And you're gonna stagger R1. So that means if you stagger R1, they can't parry. They can't parry at all. Like, even you do this, like, let's say, they can't parry the second R1, which is the stagger R1. So if we go from here to here, I do this, stagger, and then follow it with the full R1 swing in. There is a good tip as well. If your opponent is a rule spammer enjoyer, you're gonna do something. You're gonna R1, stagger R1, then wiggle. Just wiggle like this. When they just rule like non-stop and they just panicking, just go with the stagger and then full R1. You're gonna catch them. Don't forget about the something. If you just stagger, go after one stagger R1, go to the backswing. Backswing is so important. It's gonna work even on latency. Like this, and you are guaranteed with the backswing. It's like some people use this with straight sword as well. It's just example. They use this and go with this backswing. Same with here. We do this, stagger, and then backswing. That's gonna hit them. Regardless, their latency sucks ass. And as I said, don't look on. Unlock just to get the free hit like this. Don't do it. I mean, if you unlock, I don't know if you locked on, you can go from the right to the left, but it won't work sometimes. You're gonna get buried. If you unlock, go from the right to the left and do this. But don't forget the stagger. You need to stagger. R1 stagger. Just keep that in mind. You gonna R1 forward, step forward. You're gonna hit the analog forward while you're doing R1, and then L1 pressing and R1 again. That's how it works. This is some basic things about curved sword. You're gonna know something. I can't teach you how to outspace. Outspace come to you from practicing, because you're gonna see how to outspace Claymore, for example, or how to outspace Murky. Every weapon category is not the same. It's something else, you know. But as I said, outerspacing is a thing with curved sword. Something important. The run attack. If there is a really high latency between you and your opponent, abuse your latency. How to abuse your latency? Run attack. The run attack works well. Now let me go to the... This is stagger. Oh, that was weird. It's fast rule, I guess. See how I catch the host? Wiggle. The house is down. GG. Connection error, yeah. Alt F4 tech. Spacing is a thing, guys. Yeah, next one. The auto spacing thing or spacing that need a video. You can't explain the spacing thing, guys. It's super hard to explain things like that. Like, when you're gonna space something like a claymore, it's gonna be so simple. You're gonna outspace the first R1. The first R1, the second R1 you are guaranteed to hit before it even come out. Like, you need to, it's like a process. You're gonna just it's like processing. You're gonna just in your mind, you're gonna keep that if the first R1 come out, you need to outspace it and hit before the second R1 come out, or even it's before it come out, not before land, you know. Another thing, you can outspace the first R1. That's the thing. With the straight swords, you can outspace them as well between the heads. It's simple when you practice it a lot. You gotta practice it. So let's say this guy is R1 enjoyer, okay? This guy is R1 enjoyer. Let's go there. Let's go there. So let's see how he gonna play. Let's see. Okay. Oh my god, he's L1 enjoyer now. If I had a Pontiff, I'm guaranteed R1, I guess, there with the range. There we go. See how it works? Like, I was literally R1 stagger R1, R1 stagger R1, like this. But you can, as I said, you're gonna combine them together with the backswing. The backswing is beautiful with curved swords. The kind of, if you wanna start with curved sword category, don't start with Pontiff, in my opinion. Don't start. You're gonna have a bad habit. What is the bad habit? I'm gonna tell you. The X-ball. You're gonna block the X-ball shots with every curved sword, which is bad habit from Pontiff. Because Pontiff can block it, okay, but Scimitar can't. This is the thing. So if you wanna practice curved sword, in my opinion, go ahead with Scimitar. Don't go with Roten. Roten range sucks ass. Roten range really sucks. Go with Scimitar. Scimitar is a fridge. And Roten and Pontiff, you're gonna get a bad habit with the range. You're gonna think the range is always perfect with every curved sword, when it's not. Another thing, the blocking. You're gonna have a really bad habit with the blocking. Yeah, Pontiff, it doesn't fit every build. Like Scimitar it does. Scimitar fits every build in the game except strength, which strength has the priority. The priority to Roten. Roten has a more damage than Scimitar only on the strength. I mean, every build Roten does a tiny more damage than Scimitar, if I recall it right. There was some specific builds. If you buff Roten, it has more damage, but it's risk to play with Roten. The Roten damage, as I said, in my experience, is not as good unless you are perfect guy with the Roten, with curved swords. So in my opinion, pick up Scimitar. Just pick up Scimitar. Scimitar is average weapon. In my opinion, someone can try hard with Scimitar, but Scimitar, at least it can be countered with X-bow and such weapons like even straight sword, Black Knight shield is good against Scimitar because Scimitar has weakness. Scimitar has weakness against bullets. Like, you can play with, let's say I'm playing with Sword and Bird and they have X-bow as well. This is a good counter to Scimitar. It's not the best option versus Scimitar, but it's a good setup actually, because you're gonna have the e-balance against that. So Scimitar, in my opinion, is balanced. But yeah, learn Scimitar, in my opinion. Don't stick around with Pontiff at all. Don't forget about Pontiff unless you play with quality only. No, Netsland, you're gonna get a bad habit, trust me. When I was playing with Spectre, I don't know if it's Spectre in the chat. I'm gonna give you my self-experience, okay? When I was playing with Spectre, I switched from Pontiff to Roten. Actually to Roten, and then switched to Scimitar. When I switched to Roten, I told him, what the hell is that? Roten is broken, man. I can't hit you. I can't. He told me, yes, of course, because you started with Pontiff. You had in your mind every curved sword is perfect like Pontiff, when it's not. Pontiff has a range that now not any curved sword has. That's why it's so stupid. And I was playing with Roten and blocking the X-bow. It's not about unfair Spectre, it's stupid. If you play only with Pontiff and you don't know how to play with Scimitar, it's different. Because let's say in a tourney, they allow X-bow and they ban Pontiff. What are you gonna do? And they don't allow quick step. What are you gonna do? Scimitar gonna be useless if you don't know how to deal with X-bow. Literally, you're gonna get fucked up with Scimitar or Roten. Nesland, the range with Pontiff sword make it is the best weapon in the game beside Murky. I don't know. He can pick up a Pontiff if they want. It's all about them. But what my mistake was when I got the Pontiff, and then when I switched to Roten, I was getting shit by Spectre with X-bow and my bad habit with the blocking. And even with the range, I was like, what the hell, Spectre? You are out of the range? How? How the hell you are out of the range? Because in my mind, I was reading the movement of Roten like Pontiff when it's not. That's why I'm telling you, if you want to just start with the curved sword category, I would just tell you, go ahead with Scimitar immediately. So, let's go back to the game, guys. Scimitar has more the range. That's why I'm telling you, go with the Scimitar. Scimitar has more range, and the mechanic looks the same. Roten and Scimitar looks the same with the like you can't block the X-bow. You will not have some bad habits like Pontiff at all with the big ass range you have. But Roten is the range is more smaller than Scimitar. So it's kind of you're gonna punish yourself if you're gonna just play with Roten as a beginning, like as beginner. Don't do that, in my opinion. If you wanna go ahead with Roten and master Roten, you're gonna be a god with curved swords category. everyone gonna good with Rotten, gonna be perfect with Pontiff. Gonna be perfect, trust me. Because in my opinion, Rotten is the most hard weapon to practice of the fast curved sword category. The fast curved sword category. Oh, what the hell? That's latency, bro. That was weird. That was weird in my screen. This guy picking up Rotten. Let's see how they're gonna play. They tried the run attack, which is not a good idea. That was far away, so I could outspace it. I outspace this. Come here. You can do that like what I do here as well, guys. You can trade if you have more HP. Don't trade if you don't have more HP than your opponent. Nice run attack. You can outspace the run attack, but in the high latency, I would recommend it to roll out, unless you know how to play in high latency. What are he gonna do? Oh, he's in the menu. GG, man. Well played. Oh my god, this guy is a random, but I'll keep going with the Rotten. Rotten sounds fair to play with, actually, even they are random. So what they play with... This guy gonna be a parry spammer. This is good. This is a good idea. So, if I am looked on, see guys, I can't go from the right to the left side if I R1 like this. See, I'm locked on. This guy is just annoying. So let's see what he gonna do. Yes. See? Very enjoyer. Very enjoyer. So I'll not risk with the heads. I don't know what he gonna do. I did really bad here. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. That was really weird. Yeah, this is really bad latency. It's a lag, maybe a lag, not latency as well. Yeah, that was really bad. I don't know. That was really bad to explain things in the game. Calm down, bro. What they use here is a claymore. So this guy playing with a claymore right here. There is something funny about Rotten, by the way. Go with poison. If you want to be annoying, go with poison. You have a good damage. Don't infuse it with poison. Buff it with poison. Or get a new, both poisoned and the one you're gonna buff it. Because infused with poison, it has a really bad, shitty damage. That's why. But buffing it with poison, see that? Easy. Yeah. Be careful from if you're gonna run R1 your opponent and they SS cancel. Most of them parry after SS cancel, so be careful. What the hell is this guy doing? Sprint down. Just filthy tryhard, thanks a lot for the house. What the hell is going on with this guy? So we got the sword and board right here. This guy is good in the game, so I need to be careful actually. That's a bait. Like I feel the roll attack, then it become bait. Yeah. Like I twisted the run attack to a bait. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna just I don't want to get cornered. That's his bad run attack. See that range with Rotten? That was a good outspace. Nice outspace there. Run out. Because I want to get the heads. Yes. I don't know why my head didn't connect there. That's kind of weird. Don't want to trade. Oh, no backswing for me. What are you gonna do in this situation, guys? I recommended you to do this. If you can. GG, bro. Like, that's why you need to know how to finish your opponent with less risk. Like, if you don't want to pull out a Murky, pull out a Caribbean to finish your opponent without risk. Like, even you on main Rotten Curved Sword, you can do this option. It's up to you. If you feel bad to pull out the expo, oh bro. So I'm gonna tell you something. If the guy beside you using Pontiff, there is like 90%. If you're using Rotten, you're gonna lose 90%. If you aren't the like best player who using Rotten, Pontiff has literally every single advantage over. Look at that. Yeah. If I had Pontiff, that that would hit them. That would hit them. I'm gonna just play a bit passive in this situation. Now I can't block this pallet, so that wasn't that good. They fucked up the hat. That trench. You need to corner your opponent. I forgot about this part, guys. If you're using curved sword, you definitely need to corner your opponent. This is really important when you main a curved sword. So if I have Pontiff on, I would block that shot. I don't know. See that bullshit? I do want something risky, but yeah. He's a stupid ass. Like, don't, if you are good enough with swapping, Gundir swap is perfect for that.